All right, without then further ado, because we've got about, the organizers gave me a few more minutes, but can't give me too much more. So, and I really want you guys to ask questions, although I'm sure you'll come to the front afterwards. But let's come to our last speaker. So we must just watch the time, but please don't feel inhibited either. So Carl-Johan, if you can talk about the Million Homes developers. In the preamble, he was telling me it's Million Homes, but he wants to talk about things outside of homes. So you can listen to this. Thanks.
Thank you. So I guess I'm the last performer in the infrastructure X Factor, and I'll be performing a number about our neighborhood development business called Million Homes Developers. So if you listen carefully, you can all hear why we're here today. It's a giant sucking sound of urbanization, of people being pulled into the cities. That's also why Dangote is Africa's richest man, and will continue to be so for many years. The African cities are growing at 4 to 5% a year, and that's probably in the range of 20 million people coming to the cities every year. For us, that's of course very interesting. That means that probably tens of new neighborhoods are being started every week across Africa. But there is a problem. All these neighborhoods are not delivering on the promise of a better life that the people that move there are seeking. Most of them are incredibly badly planned, they're badly delivered, they're badly serviced. But even more important is that there is no sense of community in these neighborhoods. And how do you then monetize that opportunity? Well, the easy way to do it is buy a large piece of land next to a capital city and sit on it. The geographical expansion of the African cities are pretty incredible. If you looked at Lusaka or Kigali, over the last decade, the geographical landmass has expanded by more than 50%. And that will continue to happen, obviously, with that urban growth. But there's, of course, an even better way to monetize it, and that is to develop great neighborhoods, which is what we do. So our business model is there's essentially 4 components to it. So we take a raw piece of land, put in the infrastructure after we've done the urban design. That is a business that probably has a 4 to 5 times equity multiple. We run the neighborhoods afterwards. We can also put in the top structure, so we can build the houses. And finally, there's a component related to home financing. So the Million Homes team have developed one new town in Zambia and 2 large neighborhoods covering 19,000 homes to date. The president of Zambia visited the town in August last year and commented to me and also to the press that it was a model town for Zambia. He also said to me, "Carl-Johan, you're a horrible name dropper." We've started up really outside the mining company that we used to work for in January, and so we're kind of in stealth mode at the moment. We are doing to pay our bills on a daily basis. We're doing commercial development in Lusaka. But we've got a strong pipeline. We've got a project in pre-development here in Joburg, 7,000 homes. We've got a project in one of the neighboring countries here of 50,000 homes. We have quite a lot of interest from Rwanda, and also being pulled into a project in Kenya. So what are we looking for? Well, we're very keen to find some, what are they called, pre-development facilities or project planning facilities for what we do. Because most of the guys that we team up with are guys that have the land and have done a large part of the planning, but they don't know how to push the project, the last stage, into a bankable situation. And that would mean doing the urban design, doing the engineering, sometimes doing the EIA if that hasn't been done. You know, the good thing about what we do is we don't have an average 5.5 years to close. We have an average of between 6 months to a year to financial close. So it's a lot easier in that way. We are also looking for anyone who's keen to join us in development capital. And I think most importantly, there's a huge need for someone to provide end user financing, whether that's rental models for the homes or mortgages. And so we think that just Africa has gone through kind of a first revolution through the mobile technology, where they suddenly became a world leader. And we think with all the new neighborhoods that are springing up, Africa also has an opportunity to actually build some of the best neighborhoods in the world. And we're very interested in anyone who's keen to partner up on that with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Carl-Johan. You said you came from a mining house, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Where did you come? Is it possible for you to say who you came from?
Yeah, I worked for First Quantum.
First Quantum, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we went to First Quantum's looking at their housing program some years ago when they're starting up in Solwezi. It was Turner and Townsend were the project managers at that stage. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that was my project.
Okay, great. Okay, it's useful.
Doing business in Africa. You can't afford to be without Africa Investor.